Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm going to give you guys 5 seconds to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Alright loves, and if you're already part of the family, welcome back. This is going to be a different type of video. This is going to be a story time video. I really want to speak about the downfalls as far as being a tall woman that we just sometimes just overlook or override because, you know, it's always the positive vibes about being tall. And I don't want to have anyone take away from this video as if I'm being a pessimistic, I'm dishing out negative vibes. I want to be as real as possible on this channel and to be as transparent because these are things that do happen in the tall girl community, and I do want to speak out about it because it needs to be talked about. It needs to be talked about. So hope you guys can understand this. So we're gonna get into the story time. So story time. So I love being tall. I'm 6'4". Obviously, I'm going to stand out when I'm in public. That is a given. However, sometimes it can be very, very overwhelming. I have bad days like everybody else. I have days where I don't want to be social. I have days where I'm irritable. I have days where I'm having a breakdown. I have days where I can easily be ticked off. And I feel like the public demands you to like answer questions about yourself and like answer like weird comments or like really disrespectful comments. And I'm not gonna dive into what I go through on a daily basis, but you can imagine even going to the gas station is a lot. So let's just go into story time, okay? Story time. In the summer of 2019, I guess August, either May or June of 2019, sometime in the summertime, I went to go pick up my sister and her friend from a STEM competition. Obviously, I knew that I had to get gas picking her up on our way back home. So I decided to stop by a gas station by the STEM competition, and you know, me just minding my own business, I got out of my car and I wanted to pump gas. This man came up to me. He was pretty close. I would say he was about like either 5 or 6 feet away from me, and he was just staring at me. Please mind you, his car is not pumped in front of me. His car is pumped like 2 lanes away from me. So I'm thinking to myself, like, why are you here? Because there's no car in front of me. Your car is not here. So I'm bracing myself for what's about to happen. So I'm like, not trying to pay him any attention, guys. So he is just staring at me for a really, 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 really long time. I would say about like 2 to 5 minutes. And I'm like, you know, I can see my sister in the car and she's looking like, what's going on? So I keep ignoring him and I'm just on my phone. And he's like, hey, pretty lady, how tall are you? And guys, like I said in the beginning, I had this day where I was very irritable. I was very I didn't want to even socialize. I just wanted to pick up my sister and her friend and leave. I didn't want to really just socialize, you know, like I didn't look my best. I was getting ready for a party later that day. I was just really, really like tired. So I didn't answer him. And then he says, so are you gonna answer my fucking question? Sorry guys, but I have to use these curse words. And I still continue to ignore him. And then he continues, like he's literally asking me, how tall are you? So I take my gas pump out of my car, put it back. I'm on my way to go to my door to open it. And he was like, yeah, that's right, you're an ugly bitch. You can't even answer the question? That's fucking stupid. And guys, I'm not even exaggerating. He literally yelled this in the gas station to the point where other people were looking at him. And this one woman was shaking her head. And I was like, is this what it has to come down to in this world, where if a woman doesn't answer a question from a man or from a woman even, you're gonna have to curse me out in return? Like, it's just so unnecessary and so excessive. Like, I don't understand why we as tall women are obligated to answer your questions. For me, guys, there's a lot more story times when it comes to this, but I just wanted to talk to you guys about how disrespectful the public can be to tall women. Like, we don't talk about this enough. There are men and women that literally degrade by their comments and by their questions to tall women, and I'm fed up. I'm literally tired of it. I honestly, I don't even, it gets me so upset because it's like, there's no manners nowadays when it comes to asking people for, you know, like just small talk. There's no manners. You come at us respectfully, you know, and you kind of read the room with that, then yes, of course, we'll answer your questions. But do not come at us disrespectfully, because that is when things go left. I don't like that. I think it's very rude, and I think people need to be like, I don't know how they were raised, but my parents didn't raise me like that. And I feel as though I have to understand that, but at the same time, it's like, if I ignore you, don't ask the question again. Just read the room and let it go. And I don't know. I'm really tired of the whole questions, the jokes, they're just annoying. They're not even funny. They're not funny. They will never be funny. Like, if I'm not laughing, take it as the joke isn't funny and go about your day. I know I feel for the sisters out here that are watching this video. They feel like, damn, like, I wish I could just walk outside and not be tall for one day. I feel you, because I am the exact same way. I really wish sometimes I can walk outside and be regular. But I know God put me on this earth to not be regular, but sometimes it can be very, very mentally draining. It could really, really tear down somebody's mental, because it's just all the time. It's the staring, it's the back talk, it's the whispering, it's the looking, it's the every minute of the day though. It's like, wow, like, and I know I am saying this and I don't want you guys to be like, oh, well, Chizzy, you're always the positive one. And this, I am always going to be the positive Chizzy. I just needed to say this, and I needed to bring this out to the people that are not tall that are watching this. It's very annoying to constantly be asked and constantly be talked about your height before anything else. I know I'm gonna have to brace myself when I have kids in the near future to tell them and have these talks with them, because the world out here is bitter and mean, and I need to make sure that my kids in the near future are strong enough to, you know, tackle on that. And it's crazy that I had to talk to you guys about this, because I feel like, you know, I really try to make this channel positive. I really, really do. But sometimes I'm just like, I need to be very, very transparent. And I need to be able to talk to you guys and tell you guys that, yes, guys, these are my ugly days too. And I needed to tell you guys about the story time, because there's so many other story times that I can dive into. But this is not what the video is about. The video is about raising awareness that the digging, it has to be on a moderate level. It's just too excessive. And you're gonna run into tall women that are not as sociable as me sometimes. They will really dead look in your face and walk away. And I have friends like that. They don't take the disrespect lightly. So I really, really try to tell men, like, listen, that's not how you talk to a woman. That is not how you address a woman. And if you want to get to know this woman, then your delivery definitely has to change. It has to change. It's just not, it's not the best. It's not the best. I am ready to, you know, talk more about really how, like, the good and bad on this channel. Like I said in the beginning of the video, it's not like I don't want to be tall. It's just I always like to dream about the what ifs. Like, oh, what if I could like switch my height from like 6'4" to 5'4" for one day and see how it is just to be average. But I know it wasn't made in this world to be average, so I definitely, I'm just a dreamer, guys. Don't take this literal. Don't take this literal. That is my little story time. I hope I was able to be as transparent as possible as far as this topic. And yeah, we will rise from this, guys. I know my tall girls go through this every day. Keep your heads up, tallies. Love you, tallies. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.